Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I do want to do one more example with you on this assignment, factoring quadratic equations or solving quadratic equations by factoring 1c. And I just want to show you what it looks like if I have more than one thing on the right hand side to get rid of. So let's go ahead and look at number 5. So number 5, again, I want you to be going kind of through this checklist. Is this quadratic? Yes, it's quadratic. How do I know? Because it has an x squared term. Is it an equation? Yes. How do I know? Because it has an equal sign, and that's what an equation is, right? So, however, this is not equal to 0, and what that means is I can't use a zero product property the way it's currently written. We can easily take care of that by getting rid of the 3x plus 2 from the right. Now, how do I get rid of something? Well, if it's positive, I get rid of it by subtracting. So I can get rid of the 3x by subtracting 3x. I can get rid of the positive 2 by subtracting 2, and I can actually do those both at the same time. And that's just a little time saving that we want to do here. So I'm going to start by subtracting 3x, and I'm going to put that negative 3x not under the 2x squared, because this is not an x squared term. I'm going to put under instead the 18x. So I'm going to put it right here, minus 3x. What about the positive 2? Well, to get rid of a positive 2, I subtract 2. And where am I going to put that? Well, since 2 is a regular number, I'm going to subtract the 2 under the regular number 20. Now, let's simplify. What does this become? It becomes 2x squared. 18 minus 3 is 15, so plus 15x. And then 20 minus 2 is positive 18. And why did I do all of this work? Well, I did it so that on the right, I would have a 0, which I have. All right, so great. Now that we have a quadratic equation that's equal to 0, we're ready to start factoring it. Always a times c at the top. 2 times 18 is 36. Always b at the bottom. Remember, b bottom, 15. And I think for a bit, how can I make 36 by multiplying? Obviously 18 times 2, but that gives me 20, not 15. On this one, it ends up being 3 times 12. So 3 times 12 is 36. 3 plus 12 is 15, so that's the pair of numbers that works here. Now we're ready to put them into our box. And we want to make sure we put everything in the right place. So from the new equation, the 2x squared goes on the top left. The number by itself, positive 18, goes on the bottom right. And then the 3 and 12 become 3x and 12x. And so what do we need to do? We need to figure out the outside. So we start with the first quadrant. To make 2x squared, I need 2x times 1x. I'm not going to want to put the 2x on the top because I know it would be hard to make 3x. So instead I'll put the 2x in front. So 2x in front. 2x times x gives me the 2x squared. Now to make the rest of it, 2x times what is 12x? 2x times positive 6. On the bottom here, x times what gives me 3x? X times positive 3. So in my factored form, I ended up with 2x plus 3 times x plus 6 equals 0. And remember, the 0 is very important because without the 0, I can't use the zero product property. But since it is equal to 0, and since these two things are multiplied together, I get to write the two small equations, 2x plus 3 equals 0, and x plus 6 equals 0. And then I need to solve these both separately. I'm sorry I don't have a lot of room here, but we'll try to make it work. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides here. This gives me 2x equals negative 3. Then when I divide by 2 on both sides, I end up with the fraction. I'll put it over here. X equals the fraction negative 3 over 2. That's one value for x, but remember for quadratics we often have 2, and that's going to come from the second equation. When I subtract 6 here, I get x equals negative 6. All right, so those are my two solutions. Remember, solving an equation means tell me what x equals. You haven't said what x equals, you haven't solved it yet. So make sure you're taking it all the way to here. Let's take a look at the whole problem. And again, these are long problems. You're right, but you need to be able to do them. So again, on this paper, I did 3 of them for you. You should be able to do the rest. Kind of like what we've been seeing recently, all of the problems on this page were all positive numbers. You can guess that on the next one we're going to see some negative numbers, but that's for the next state. So, all right, that's all for now.